Before we get to Hughie, we're going to have a quick little reflect on what baby mum did over in Hungary there. So, you want to come then?
Yeah, please.
Castillero.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. It's just so nice to see you. Last week, it was just, even though I missed you, it was just amazing. I am a spoiled Westerner. I'm a spoiled Westerner. If you've seen where we've been, met them families, I'm a spoiled Westerner. It was just amazing. And also, we've all got our personal journey, haven't we?
Yeah.
And remember I told you about my rainbows and things like that? I had rainbows at the Balmoral. But honestly, when we were going out and about with Annie and Brian, there's rainbows for me. It was like the sun was here. It wasn't one of them ones, it was like just a little dull rainbow. And we were going to the place, to Bettina's one day. I said, Annie, look, my rainbow. And it sparkled for Annie. So, wherever you go in life, whatever you're doing, whatever you proceed to do, God will definitely, no matter what, will not forsake you. Even mentally, because, I was in the, we went out to go shopping, didn't we, because of all that going on. And Brian gave me a couple of tracks, so we were out and about, and we were in Tesco's, and while I was in that place, I had like little moments, and this guy spoke English, and we had a little chat and everything. I said, oh, thank you very much for encouragement, and he said, yeah, and I give him the tract. And again, I was down here, and I was talking to Adam, turned around, and this lady thought I was talking to him. She spoke English. So God, to save all that, like, trying to explain him, right, that God, was on my track. He was keeping me calm, he was keeping me guided, he was telling me where to go, and I don't know what it was like for you, can tell in a minute, but he'll never forsake you, it doesn't matter. But then we went to this lady's and we're Oz. Bettina, she's got 9 children.
9 children.
And I walked in within 2 minutes, because Brian had a sermon and all that, and I'll tell you something else. The kids were around, we were trying to talk to them, trying to communicate. But you can't, can you? But I say, Brian gave a wonderful sermon. And Brian was worrying about talking Hungarian. I was blessed. I was so proud. I gave a full sermon in Hungary. The young girls and the kids were all engaged. And I was so proud of Brian. There's another positive of God. And I was just standing there, we were having a little sing-song and all that. And Bettina, the mother of the 9 children, and she pulled me over to the next room where the curtain was, and she was showing me her grandchildren, a little baby of her eldest daughter, welcomed me within 2 minutes of meeting me, and she was so proud of the family, wasn't she? Yeah. Okay, we sat and had a chat afterwards, but there was no need for English and there was no need for any worries, because we're all the children of God, we're all a family there, and we did a translation with Brian and Amina, one of the teenagers, going to be a policewoman, and no little midget chatter, wasn't it? Yeah. But in 2 minutes of being in our house, the Holy Spirit was upon us, just upon us. It's different than my normal life here, but it was abundant. It was just so obvious. It was just so. What's the word for it? God just doesn't leave your side.
He's blessed, right?
And even wherever we are, because He's in our hearts. Whether I'm over in Hungary, whether He's at school, He's there, He's guiding us. But as I say, it was a really good break, because unfortunately, where we stayed up in
Chocomania.
Yeah. We're up in the mountains, and the air was quite thin.
Yeah.
What was it like? We just went for a walk. He's pretty fit.
Do you know when you watch The Sound of Music, they go, the hills are alive with the sound of music. No, it's not. That's the sound of music.
We're okay working with hair, it was very thin.
I thought, I'll be fine. I power walk to work every day. I'll be honest, I'm a hill.
But even though, as I say, how enthused, how I am the way I am, I want to talk to everybody, but Unfortunately, I couldn't, but I had to hold back a little bit. But you find that the Hungary people are very, very, very affectionate and loving people. Because I had a couple of funny conversations, didn't we? And I had the tracks to give out, so I successfully did tracks out, only a couple of times, but it was there. But then went to another family up in Chalapa. And like it was a colony of people who live in these like used to the mines, the buildings,
used to be mine buildings.
The mine buildings, they lived in like in little
Basically the concrete shacks, aren't they?
Yeah,
They're not houses.
No heating, no nothing. And you walk in and I'm a spoiled Westerner. But it feels like a little bit. But it didn't matter, did it? We went a couple of times to Bestula, Babalas. Brian has got a very, very good rapport with all the people that he's connected with. And he was having a chat and that, and we were working things out, introducing us, and Gazella came along, didn't she? We had a little talk, because we're looking forward to the Sunday, weren't we? But even so, we were just sitting there like, can't talk. It didn't matter because Brian and Annie had got things set up and we were accepted, weren't we? It was beautiful, it was different because there's a bit thing, they don't seem to, people don't like them in the village, do they?
No, it's sad because they're probably some of the most blessed people I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
They're just gorgeous people.
Like, you walk into the home and you think, I was spoiled by some gosh, you just keep focused.
Put it this way, when you walk in, it's like, we're lucky.
We're blessed.
Yeah, we're spoiled. We get to the shut our door behind and lock it. They don't usually just push their door open. And you walk through, it's like a dark entry. And like, where we have the service, the Claudia's house, her living room's there. Well, I say living room, it's like a room. And then you walk around and there's a bedroom where her mum is. She's bedridden. And then it's Claudia's bedroom, that's where we have the church. And it's just like, it's literally like walking down a ginnel through the house. It's just so sad.
But on a positive note, Renata, that she takes care of the praise now, like Harold and
you missed Barbara then, mate.
Harold and
Donald.
And she felt she was dead proud, wasn't she?
Yeah.
And we was just standing there, and then we started singing, and all of a sudden, everything was just taken over. You were doing the old-fashioned music,
Hungarian.
and Renata was enjoying, leading, and Brian gave a sermon, and it was just, it was just like one. It was unity, and okay, it was a little bit, but then as soon as I stood up, and Renata's going, and that, what's that called, that lady?
Catty,
yeah. She started joining in, and there was a man there, one man.
Andrew.
Cassie's husband.
Andrish, yeah.
That's a very positive, because other men don't come, but the women, whatever. But he was there, wasn't he? We were just singing, and I thought, I can't speak Hungarian, so I was singing in tongues. I was singing in tongues to go along with it. And I was singing in the Hungarian language.
Yeah. Me and Annie turned to mum and went, sing along here.
Yeah, sing along in the Hungarian language. And then it was just, all of a sudden, everybody wanted prayer. No, I didn't go, drum prayer, they all came up, they all want hope and grace and love of the Lord. And I was getting words and you were getting pictures, like connected, weren't they? But it was just so, it was that quick, and Brian was trying to translate, and it was the excitement that the Spirit was bringing. It was amazing. But
poor Brian's head must have been cabbage.
I know.
My mum going, oh look at it, and it was me like, oh Brian, I'm seeing this, and Brian was like, Adam, write it down later. I was like, I'll do that later.
But the point being was, it's all we know God is all for all of us as children. We've all got our personal thing, and as much as Adam was giving out the visions, and I was giving out the words and doing a healing. And this is another thing too. This is about God, because it's all about God. I had my hand was burning hot, okay today actually. And every time I walked up the what was his name again, that guy? Andrish. Now, God always tells us to place my hand, without saying anything, the Holy Spirit went up to him, put my hand on his back and just went through. I found out he works all over the place. They sign on and get signed up. And he works on a strimmer and a thing on his back. And then he said, yeah, his back's in terrible thing. The Holy Spirit talking to me. Yeah, it was really amazing. Another thing too, Claudia, she wanted prayer and hands-on, didn't she? I went along, straight along. And my hand went straight to her wrist, then up to her arm and an elbow. And I thought, that's news, but we couldn't speak, but she had a good vision, didn't she? I say she's looking after her elderly mum. She's bound to be full of aches and pains, and Holy Spirit talks no matter what language you speak.
Exactly.
And lets you know what he wants and what that person that you're ministering needs. It was just a connection between English and Hungarian, English, Hungarian and the Holy Spirit. But it didn't matter because we all knew we were all there in unity. You've all got to come and see, you've all got to experience, you've all got to be that spoiled Westerner, spoiled Westerner, like we go home to. And another thing too, hospitality. Honest to goodness, I'm talking about the Hungarian people and all that, but we were quite blessed by Annie
That's right.
and Brian, because you take things like that for granted, don't you? But honestly, we didn't want to. Okay, we were only there for a week, but we couldn't talk anymore because of the mountain air. We like that too, Donald.
Mm.
Yeah, it's quite, isn't it?
Mm.
Like, I know I'm a smoker, but I couldn't smoke any, could I? Because of the mountain air, but it's huffing and puffing, so the week just did us. When we do go back, don't know yet. We'll be staying a bit longer, obviously. But again, I've got Brian and Annie looking after me, I've got the Holy Spirit looking after me, the Hungarian people looking after me by welcoming me.
Yeah.
And it was just, well, I was pining for Hungary. I want